Hi, friends of UCR. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emily, and today we're going to be learning a little bit about the blues. So, the blues was originally a style of music performed by African Americans in the Deep South starting in the late 1800s. And it has grown and evolved since then, and most importantly, it's had a really big impact on other genres of music. So there's a lot to learn about the blues, and we're just going to learn about some elements of it and how it's been incorporated in other music beyond the time where it came from. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy our songs and activities today. All right, so our first song today is a song by James Brown called I Feel Good, otherwise also known as I Got You. And this song is just screams joy and happiness. It's full of all of that. And so that is one element of traditional blues music, is the focus on self-expression. So you might think that all blues music must be sad, and while there is a lot of validation of that, and we're going to talk about that after this, there's also a lot of music that's influenced by the blues that is full of joy and happiness and fun. And so this is one example of those songs. And so we've got the full self-expression, which if you've heard the James Brown version, you know he really goes for it. And that's what we're going to try to do today too. And there's also something called call and response. So if I had a band with me and I sang, I feel good, we'd hear them play do 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 do, right? And so that's the response to my phrase. And then I say again, I feel good, do 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 do. I knew that I would, do 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 do. So that's call and response, which is another big part of blues music. And finally, the chord progression. So a chord is when multiple notes are played together, which is what I do on the guitar all the time. And in the blues, we have only 3 chords. And we won't get into music theory today, but they are 1, 4, and 5, or we call them tonic, subdominant, and dominant. So, but you'll here's chord number 1, which is our tonic chord. And then we go to the 4, but then we go back to 1. Now we have 5, and 4, and 1. So a lot of what you hear in music depends on what order you put the chords in. And this is a really famous progression called the 12-bar blues. And so all of our songs today are going to have the 12-bar blues in them, and you'll be hearing it throughout. So why don't we get to the song, though? And in this song, when James Brown sings, so good, we hear the band go, bum, bum, so good, bum, bum, I got you, bum, 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 right? So you're going to be the band, and you're going to play those beats, and I will be helping you in the video in the corner to keep up with that. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump on in, and I hope you feel like singing along too if you're feeling good today. All right, here we go. Wow, I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel good. I knew that I would now. So good, so good. I got you. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. Here we go, play with me. So nice, so nice. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, my love can't do me no wrong. And I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel good. I knew that I would. Here's your part. So good, so good. I got you. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. Here we go. So nice, so nice. I mentioned that the blues has had an influence on other types of music, and that includes rock and roll music. So our next song is an early rock and roll song by Chuck Berry. It's called Johnny Be Good, and as you listen to it, you'll hear our blues progression that we've learned about. So it'll be a fun one to play along to. The song is, I always thought it was saying, Johnny be good, because I only really remembered the chorus, the refrain part. But it's actually a fictional story kind of about someone named Johnny Be Good, and his last name is Goode instead of Good. And so I thought that was an interesting thing that I didn't used to know until I learned the song. And it's all about how he's a young guitar player who wants to become famous for his playing. And so we all can kind of relate to that idea of wanting something and dreaming about and wishing for things. So for this song, we're going to do our body percussion. And so I'm going to scoot back so I can show you a little more easily. But there will be in the video, you'll see me doing it as well so that you can follow along more easily. But to start out, we're going to pat our knees. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So we count to 8 with patting, and if you're at a table, you can tap on the table instead. And this time we'll add some clapping after. So let's go from the beginning. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now clap. 2, 3, 4. Good. And these movements are mimicking our blues pattern. So this is our first chord and our second chord, which means now we're going to go back to patting our knees. Okay? So from the beginning, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now clap. 2, 3. Now pat your knees. 2, 3, 4. Good. And the last part, if you can, we would snap our fingers, or you can just kind of hold your hands up high. We would only snap 2 times, and then we would clap 2 times, and then end with pat. 2, 3, 4. So it goes a little quickly at the end there. Again, we snap, then we clap, and we pat. And they, of course, all rhyme, which makes it a little more confusing. But there will be some repetition, and you can follow along as we go. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that in the chorus that I mentioned before, he sings, "Go, Johnny, go, go." So if you don't know the sign for go, we put 2 fingers up like this, and we go like this. So it's kind of almost like I think of a person at the airport who's directing the airplanes with the shiny, stick things. And so we could practice saying go at the beginning of that. Go, Johnny, go, go. And I'll show you that in the video as well. So those are some ways that you can listen and play along in our song. Made of earth and wood, where lived this country boy named Johnny Be Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play the guitar just like a ringing bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go, Johnny Be Good. He used to carry his guitar in a gunny sack, beneath the tree by the railroad track. Oh, the engineers would see him sitting in the shade, strumming with the rhythm that the drivers made. People passing by, they would talk and say, oh my, that little country boy could play. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go, Johnny Be Good. Mother told him someday you will be a man, and you will be the leader of a big old band. Many people coming from miles around to hear you our next song, I just wanted to correct my previous video, which is I said we use 2 fingers for go, but it's just 1. So sorry for the mistake for those of you who know American Sign Language, but go is actually this, and we do point in the direction that we want to go. So we can think of it as cheering Johnny on, like, go on, Johnny, you can do it. So just wanted to mention that so you know for the future. All right, well, we're going to change gears just a little bit to do some of our own songs and our own singing. And we're going to slow it down a little. Some of the more traditional blues music can sometimes have a slower beat. And I mentioned earlier that self-expression is a really big part of the blues. And so sharing how you feel is important, whether or not that's, feeling joyful or happy, or feeling maybe a little sad or tired. Those are both okay to feel, and that's something that the blues really likes to affirm and encourage. So, there's a lot of pressure to say that we're feeling good all the time, and it's okay if you don't. So I wanted to use this time to reflect on whether you're not feeling great right now, or hopefully you're feeling good after the other songs. So maybe reflecting on how maybe you remember a time when you weren't feeling great, but maybe what helped you to feel better, because it's important for us to learn how we can help ourselves and take care of ourselves, or seek support from other people. So I'm going to sing you a version that I wrote one time so you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. So. Oh, I remember a time when I was feeling a little sad. I was feeling sad because I missed my family so much. But I decided to call them up, take a walk, and then I felt okay. That's right, I remember a time when I was feeling a little sad. I was feeling sad because I missed my family. But I decided to call them up, take a walk, and then I felt better. Alright, so it's not that I want you to dwell on feeling sad or blue, but think about a time when maybe you were, or maybe you were tired, or maybe frustrated. That's okay too. And think about, why did you feel that way? Let's think about that for a second. Now, do you remember what helped you feel better? Think about that too. Alright, so here's your chance to fill in the blanks, okay? And I'll slow it down so you have some time. I remember a time when I was feeling because, but and then I felt. Alright, so it's okay if it doesn't fit perfectly in the song, but let's do it one more time. I remember a time when I was feeling because. How do we feel better? I decided to, and then I felt. Alright, well, I hope this has given you a chance to reflect on how it's okay to feel things that aren't just good and happy, because that's how we learn and grow and feel better. So We will move forward next and do a more upbeat song again, but feel free to revisit this anytime that you need to just kind of feel the blues a little bit. So thanks for singing along and helping write a new song. All right, I know we just did kind of some self-reflection and something a little different for these videos, but I hope it was a helpful activity for you. And we're going to be kind of picking the energy back up now to do some dancing together, actually. So you know that you can dance from anywhere. So if you are seated and that's where you want to be, you can do the moves from your seat. If you feel inclined to stand up, you may. And in just a second, I'll show you some potential dance moves that you could try out with this song. So this is a song called The Twist by Chubby Checker. It was actually originally done by Hank Ballard and the Midnighters, and as with a lot of music, Chubby Checker covered it and actually brought it to great popularity. So it's also, like all of our other songs today, has the 12-bar blues progression. Dance is a really important element of music from the blues and rock and roll and R&B genres, and so I wanted to make sure we did some dancing today. So the twist was a very popular move at the time that this was written, and so I will show you some different ways that we can try to do the twist ourselves. And the song also has opportunities for us to kind of freeze and stop what we're doing, so I will show you how we can do it ourselves. Okay, so it's a little hard to show you a whole body picture. I don't really have space for that, but I will tell you how the twist works. So it actually can help if you're kind of on your tippy toes, because then you swivel your hips back and forth as you twist. So what I'm doing right now is I'm standing on my tiptoes and swiveling my heels back and forth. Now that might be a little hard for you, so if you just want to plant your feet, you can move your hips. These are your hips side to side, and get a little twisting motion. If you have someone with you, you can hold their hands and just twist a larger way, where you twist your shoulders forward and back. It looks a little funny when I'm doing it alone like that, but those are different ways you could try to do the twist. And if you are seated, of course, you can still twist from your chair. So kind of just you might want to hold your arms out a little bit and move your shoulders forward and back. So really try to get your body moving, and whether that's just your upper body or your whole body, the idea is you just want to rock out and jam. So that is how the twist goes. Come on, baby, let's do that twist. Come on, baby, let's do that twist. Take me by my little hand and go like this. Oh, twist, baby, baby, twist. Ooh, yeah, just like this. Come on, my friends, and do that twist. When daddy is sleeping and mama ain't around. Yeah, daddy is sleeping and mama ain't around. We're gonna twisty, twisty, twisty till we tear the house down. Come on and twist, yeah, baby, twist. Ooh, yeah, just like this. Come on, my friends, and do that twist. All right, see if you can spin in a circle. Nice spinning. All right, let's swing our arms up and down. Yeah, you should see my little sis. You should see her, see my little sis. She really knows how to rock. She knows how to twist. Come on and twist. Yeah, baby, Right. Well, I hope you had a lot of fun twisting with that song and doing other cool moves. And thank you so much for joining me today to learn about blues music. And there's so much more about it that I couldn't even get to in this video, but I thought we would start to learn a little bit about it with different types of songs. So I hope you are staying well and safe, and hope to see you again soon on video here. Thanks so much.